Alright, let's see here. Is it normal to pee red? Okay. Right. What? New Velma show on HBO Max. Huh. I didn't hear about that. Okay. Let's see. HBO. Alright. Let's see this.
My name is Velma Dinkle.
That's not.
I've decided.
Why the fuck are there cockroaches? That's not Velma. That. Why does Shaggy look like that? Why did they turn? What? Where's the fucking dog?
Reggie, where's your Scooby snack?
Look, I really tried, okay? I really tried to give this show a fucking chance. I could have done the normal thing that everyone else did, where as soon as episode 1 and 2 dropped, everyone immediately made their fucking reactions. I could have cashed in, but no. I wanted to try it, because I like Scooby-Doo. I really do. I love Scooby-Doo. It's one of my favorite childhood franchises. But no, I tried it, right? Worst fucking mistake of my life. It's a shit show. It's one of the worst things I've ever fucking watched. It makes Rick and Morty look like a fucking masterpiece. It's such a bad fucking show. I can't express it, how bad it is. But I guess I can. I can try to talk about how bad it is, but I just want to say this fucking episode is off the cut rambling. I don't have a script. I don't have anything. I'm just gonna be talking, and that's worse because it's just gonna be me spilling my guts about how I fucking hate this show.
I'm tired of being afraid. I have feelings, world, for traps.
Velma was written and directed by Mindy Kaling. I'm assuming you guys know her from The Office. She made this shit show. How she made it, I don't fucking know. What the writers made with it, I don't fucking know. I don't know who the fuck sat down, wrote these scripts, and said, yeah, this is good. No, it isn't good. And let me tell you why. The whole show is just filled with nothing but meta commentary and making fun of people. Okay? The first joke in the entire show that you hear is just a joke about how they're talking like, yeah, a lot of shows always open up with the teenage shower scene. It's so uncomfortable because these are teenagers, right? But they're just doing meta sexy poses and talking about how meta it is. Yeah, every show opens up. You're not fucking funny if you're just calling out what the hell you're gonna do. And this is the type of humor that's on the show, right? It's just Velma making fun of people for enjoying living, right? Velma making fun of the audience. The other characters making fun of the audience or meta commentary. There's only one good type of joke in the entire show, and that is the visual humor. I think that there are some visual cues that are alright. I'll give it that. Some of the visual humor in this show is alright. But most of the jokes that are spoken are bad. Horrible. They're actually like deplorable comedy, really, because it's just, let me give you an example. Velma will be like talking to Shaggy, and then she's like, yeah, this is just like people who watch cartoons, fucking losers, idiot piece of shit. Oh, they fucking it's so bad. It's really horrible. And the plot progression isn't even that good either. It's just a bunch of general nonsense plot about how Velma is trying to find out where her mom is, and her mom went missing, and Fred is convicted for a murder, and he has a small there's a really big emphasis on how small Fred's penis is. And Shaggy's a fucking simp or something, which they butchered the fucking... I can't even look at this guy and think he's Shaggy anymore. He's just Norville to me, because he's not Shaggy. There is no way that guy is Shaggy. Daphne turns into a drug dealer. The whole show just goes off the wall, and the fucking dog is missing. And you know what? I'm kind of weirded out to say this. I'm glad that Scooby-Doo isn't in this fucking project, because if Scooby-Doo was in this fucking project, I couldn't bear it. I can't associate Scooby-Doo with this, because anytime I see a Scooby-Doo project, I think, this has the fucking dog. This is the cast I know, the cast I remembered, right? But no, this isn't Scooby-Doo. And the fact that the fucking dog isn't here just solidifies the fact that this is not Scooby-Doo at all. I think that this is just some fucking random HBO Max show that they obviously just splattered the fucking name of Scooby-Doo on, because if not, then they probably would have not have gotten this shit on air, which frankly I think they shouldn't have. This is just a shit show, really. It's
What the hell?
worse than Family Guy humor.
Stupid.
Family Guy is funnier than this show, and that's saying a lot. But Family Guy has unironically made me laugh in ways that Velma has never. The funniest joke that Velma has is a throwaway gag, and I think it's the third or fourth episode, I can't remember, but it's one of the episodes where there's this fucking group of nerds in the back, and they're just doing visual comedy. Visual comedy is the only good thing in this show. Everything else is bad. It's ass. It's horrible. I hate the characters. I don't like the main art style. The art style is horrible. Fucking the Seth MacFarlane Scooby-Doo show looks better than this. But I'll give it this. The background designs are nice. I like the fact that they look painted like the original 60s show. I like that. But the character designs look awful. They just look horrible. And it's just, there really isn't that many redeeming qualities. I think it truly deserves one of the most, it deserves its lowest rating in history as a cartoon. It definitely does. It does nothing but make you think, when is this gonna end? It's a painful ride through and through. It's a shit show, and I really think that it all revolves around the character of Velma herself.
Jeepers! Jinkies!
I think that Velma is probably one of the worst written fucking characters in anything that I've ever seen, because it's not Velma. It's not the character of Velma from Scooby-Doo. It's Mindy Kaling's self-fucking insert. It's not Velma. It's just Mindy Kaling going in and speaking her piece about issues that she thinks are funny, right? And the fact that Mindy Kaling somehow created her self-insert and then proceeded to make her the most hated character in all of animation is incredible. I really do think that that's a testament to whatever the fuck she does. Whatever she does. Because the thing is Velma as a character is unbearable. All she does is she's sarcastic, she's hateful, and that's pretty much the extent of her character. She's just a bitch. And she's not a bitch in the sense that Velma, the character, is a bitch. She's a bitch in the sense that she's just a horrible human being. She's not a good person at all. She treats her friends like shit. She treats her family like shit. Especially Norville. She really does fucking hate Norville. It's horrible how much of a piece of shit she is to Norville. And I'm kind of glad, through the latter half of the season, Norville finally stops putting up with her shit. But she's just a bitch. She's a horrible person to people like Fred too. Which, I mean, I guess Fred deserves it. But still, these caricatures of these characters are just not there in the slightest. They're just exaggerated, versions of themselves. I mean, for example, Velma has always been a sassy bitch, right? But she's had that little bit of sass. Mindy Kaling's Velma is just a straight up bitch. She's a horrible person. She will laugh at your parents' funeral because that's just the type of character she is. And the thing is, I can't tell if she's meant to be that way, right? Because I guess she has a little bit of character development, but you'd think that in a show called Velma, you would want to make Velma the most likable character because you want to grow with her. I don't think it's one of those Rick and Morty situations where the characters are supposed to be hated, right? it's not just a punching bag character. The way the show is written with the whole, I want to find my mother plot and I'm the not popular girl. You're supposed to root for Velma. You're supposed to want her to solve her issues. But the way she's written as a character, I don't. I want her to fail. I want her to not be able to find a resolution to problems. I want her to lay down in a ditch and die. I don't like her as a character, and I don't actively root for her. I root against her. And the same can be said for most of the other cast of this fucking show. For example, Daphne has always been portrayed as a damsel in distress, but recently, like in the James Gunn Scooby-Doo movies and in the Mystery Incorporated, she's been portrayed as less of a damsel in distress and more of a like a badass type, feminist icon character. And that's fine. I don't mind that, because those portrayals were actually well written. In this show, she's also just a bitch, but she's the stubborn popular girl bitch. She's not the loser nerd bitch. Fred is portrayed as a pathetic loser who has anger management issues and has a really small dick. I shit you not. There is a huge emphasis on how small his dick is in the show, which is really weird. I just don't get it. And Shaggy has always been portrayed as a bit of a coward. In this show, he's just a fucking loser. He's a nerd. He's actually like bottom of the barrel, right? And it's just not the correct portrayal of the characters, right? A lot of people are gonna see the draw of this show as, oh yeah, adult Scooby-Doo. It has themes of darkness. It has a lesbian relationships. It has a commentary on the political climate, man. But the thing is, you already have Scooby-Doo cartoons that made better light of all of that. Mystery Incorporated. I think Mystery Incorporated was a way better approach to an adult Scooby-Doo series than this show ever was. It talks about the idea of Velma being lesbian. It talks about darker themes in Scooby-Doo. The idea that Fred wants to be more of a man. There is that idea in Mystery Incorporated that handles it way better than in Velma. The idea between the romance of Shaggy and Velma, that is handled way better in Mystery Incorporated than in Velma. Jokes, punchlines, the darkness of it all, it's just way better. And I don't understand where the cast of Velma, well, not the cast, but where the screenwriters of Velma fucked up at. Because this does not look like a show that they put passion and emphasis in. They're just pretty much churning in whatever they want, replacing it with Scooby-Doo characters, and then making a profit of people like the Scooby-Doo fan base, or like me, who are gonna get mad about it and hate watch it. They're benefiting off of it, and it's a smart marketing scheme, but it's just not right to these characters. And I guess I'll talk about it more in the next part.
What's new skanky do? You smell like crap and booze. There's something wrong with your kidney.
I think this show was just made because HBO Max wanted a show with Mindy Kaling. The only problem is that they weren't gonna pitch it if it didn't have a huge IP tied to it, because they knew that nobody was gonna watch it. If I saw that this wasn't Scooby-Doo related, I would not have thinking twice about fucking watching it. And the thing was, if this was not Scooby-Doo related, I'd honestly say the show might have been decent if it wasn't Scooby-Doo related. But the fact that it is Scooby-Doo related makes it unbearable, because you are not just butchering these characters, but you're lazily writing in things that shouldn't belong here. If it was an original IP, I could have excused the characters being complete total dickheads, because I thought, it's just the characters being the characters. Yeah, it's lazy writing, it's not fun, it's not good, it's not good jokes, but at least I would have given it a chance. But the fact that this is Scooby-Doo, it's butchering these characters that I know and love, and I just can't take it. I can't bear to see it. And that's why I think that Velma was made. That's why I think that these executives don't care about it, because they know that churning out horrible content like this and hate watching is gonna boost its ratings. Like, I'm pretty sure that Velma's hate watching is what's saving the show. It's boosting its ratings in the to like HBO, because people are just watching this and eating it up. Even though it's horrible content, people are hate watching and they're eating it up, and HBO sees that and they think, oh, this is working. This is making a profit. This is what it's gonna get us. We'll make more seasons of this, right? And partially it is like the fan base's fault, because, you know, we're hate watching it. We're spreading it around. Even if it's bad spreading, we're spreading it around. Right? And that's what they want. That's what Mindy Kaling wants. Right? And that's what HBO wants. And at the end of the day, I mean, it doesn't really matter how bad this show is. Was it really gonna fail? I don't think it was gonna fail. Because no matter how bad this show could have been, the ratings were there. From the start, people were already dogging on the show. And you knew people were gonna watch it. From the start. It was a guaranteed success. And that's what I hate about it. Is that they don't care about the cartoon. They don't care about the characters. They don't care about the original plot. They just care about making money. So they churn out these horrible fucking cartoons so people will view them. People would watch them. And they make money. Really it. That's it. It's just money. And, you know, I hope that Velma flops, right? I hope that it doesn't get a second season, because it doesn't deserve one. You have amazing fucking cartoons and amazing shows that got canceled, like Inside Job, you know, that show got canceled. That show deserves another season. That definitely more than Velma. That show deserves a second season more than Velma does, you know. And you have other cartoon shows that aren't even adult related, that tackle adult themes better, that get canceled. So why does this show get to stay? You know, why does this show get another green light while people who actually deserve it don't? You know, we don't need another Paradise PD. You know, we don't need another Velma. We don't need these shit shows to be, you know, churned out. I don't know why, you know, they're there. But I guess with money and ratings, that's just it. That's how it works. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Velma. I tried not to scream. I hope that this fucking show dies. I really do. But,